And I am right now in Bar Harbor, waiting to see if I can make a left turn onto Main Street. And the traffic is moving, but very slowly. So let's take a look at Bar Harbor today. Well, here's the lineup of cars waiting to turn onto Main Street from Eden Street. And as you can see, it's a little jammed up here as everybody is trying to make their turn. And hopefully we'll be able to make our turn in just a minute. And as you can see, a lot of people from out of state are here. So the town looks pretty busy. It's a rainy day today. It's 59 degrees here in Bar Harbor. So it's a little bit chilly. And usually on rainy days, there are more people in town than on a sunny day. And as you can see, the streets are pretty busy. And the traffic is moving very slowly because, of course, pedestrians have the right of way and crosswalks. So whenever anybody sets foot in a crosswalk, all the traffic has to stop. And that leads to basically stop and go traffic. And as you can see, Main Street is 100% parked up so far. Now, hopefully I'll be able to find a spot that I can slip the truck into, but I'm not optimistic about it. So Bar Harbor is busy this morning. People are here rather than in the park, simply because the park is wet and a little bit dreary this morning. So people are here, and it's almost lunchtime, so they're looking for a place to get lunch. And I can say that everything is open today. So Bar Harbor is wide open, and as you can see, there are quite a few people walking around here on Main Street. And I'm going to go down and onto the town dock, and we will see what it looks like down there. Agamont Park has a few people in it, but it's not very busy. But as you can see, well, there's somebody pulling out on the other side of the street, but can't go over there. And this side is 100% parked up. So there's a whale watcher out there at the end of the dock, two of them actually, waiting probably to load up. There is fog further out, so those whale watchers may not be able to see much. There's the Margaret Todd. They finally got their dock put in about a week ago, so they are ready to start taking people out. And here is a large ship coming in. I do not recognize that one. And lots of people walking around, not too many parking spots. So I think well, there was a spot, but it'd be hard to get into it. I didn't notice it until too late. There are a couple spots down here. There are a few parking spots down here on the town dock, but I think I'm just gonna drive around and see what's going on rather than park and try to find the kiosk and put my money into it. So as you can see, Bar Harbor's pretty busy today, and it is raining very lightly. Ooh, it's tight in here. And everywhere you look, there are people walking around. Now, normally, on a sunny day, a lot of these people would be in Acadia National Park, but today they decided to stay in Bar Harbor, largely because of the weather. And that's typical for what it's like here. we'll continue down West Street here and go past all the waterfront hotels. And this area is also completely parked up. Oh, wait a second. No, that is not a parking spot. Thought there was a spot there, but it's a driveway. As you can see, it is very busy down here today. And we'll continue out here a little further. Well, sorry, I'm not going to be able to get out and walk around, but this gives you a pretty good idea of just what it's like here in Bar Harbor on June 13th, 2022, on a rainy and warm but not hot day. 59 degrees today. Yesterday it was up in the low 70s and it was sunny, so this is a bit of an anomaly. Now I'm going to turn and head over to Cottage Street because I'm actually here to go to the supermarket. Oh, FedEx truck. Now, this area is all parking for residents. You have to have a local resident permit to park here. So, although there are gaps, they're not really available to park in. Because to get a resident permit, you actually have to live in Bar Harbor. And we'll get up here at Cottage Street and make our turn. I should comment that on the way over I was looking at gas prices as I passed the various gas stations, and gas is running right at $5 a gallon. Diesel is between $6 and $6.20. So it's probably a little higher here than in some other places. And Cottage Street is even really heavily parked up. Just hope that I can find a spot in the supermarket parking lot, which is where I'm going right now. So I'm going to stop the video until I'm on my way out of town. Well, I just left the supermarket. We're coming back to Eden Street. I cut through on a side street because it's very tough to make a left turn right now because of all the traffic. And I didn't want to try it. So here we go. We're back onto Eden as we leave town. And as I said, everything is open. All the hotels are open. All the shops are open. And there's lots of activity here in Bar Harbor today. And lots of traffic too. And Island Explorer bus. I don't know, I guess they're running. I'll have to check their schedule and see if they're running a normal schedule or a reduced schedule like they did last year. And we'll take a look at the Eagle Lake Carriage Road parking lot on the way out, and just sort of generally have a look at a bit of Acadia National Park today on this rainy Monday. It's 12:30, to see just what things look like. And up here you can see the view up into the hills, and I think you can see if you look up at the top of the field of view that the clouds are very low today. And if you had a reservation to go to the top of Cadillac Mountain to enjoy the view today, well, your view would be somewhat abbreviated up there in the clouds. And it is still 59 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And the rain is definitely not hard, but enough that you're going to get wet if you go for a hike. So I'm going to stop until we get up to the Eagle Lake Carriage Road. We're in Acadia National Park now, approaching the Eagle Lake Carriage Road turnoff and parking area. So we'll be there in just a minute. And you can see the trees are fully leafed out. It looks a little different than it did a couple of months ago. As we come up here toward the parking area for the Eagle Lake Carriage Road, and see what it's like here, even on a rainy Monday midday on the 13th of June 2022. Just about there. And here's the sign for it. Now, yesterday, I'm pretty sure that you would have had to park alongside the main road here if you wanted to go onto the Carriage Road at Eagle Lake. And it looks like there are a few people parked there now. This is the parking lot right on the right-hand side of the road. 5 cars out here, and it looks like there are a couple spaces in the parking lot. I saw a car leave just as I approached, so it wasn't too bad. You can see you get the full summer experience in terms of the trees and everything, along with the rain and fog. So this weather right now explains why there aren't too many people walking the carriage roads. Eagle Lake is usually the busiest carriage road access point because it is only 3 or 4 minutes from Bar Harbor. But right now, it looks like pretty much everybody is in Bar Harbor walking around. I'm driving into Somesville right now. This is right in the middle of the island, at the north end of Somes Sound. And this is the core of Somesville. The only commercial activity in Somesville is the gas station and convenience store just past Somesville as you go north. And here we are. This is the mill pond right here. And the little arched bridge. And you can see that compared to Bar Harbor, there is almost literally no one here. I've seen one person walking so far. And of course, except to stop and look at the mill pond and the little arched bridge, there really isn't much here in Somesville. Just homes. So we will continue through, and in a couple more minutes I will be down in Southwest Harbor, and we'll have a look at Southwest Harbor here at just before 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday, June 13th. We're coming into Southwest Harbor right now. We're actually in the town, but we're getting to the built-up part of Southwest Harbor. And within the next week or so, I'm going to wander around Southwest Harbor and check out all of the restaurants that are open this year and see just what's going on, when they're open, etc. Coming in, here's the first of 2 gas stations in Southwest Harbor. They're charging the cheapest gas I've seen on the island, $4.98.9. And the most expensive gas I saw was $4.99.9. So not much range. And as you'll see when we get up here to the harbor, it's a little on the foggy side today. And we're just about into downtown Southwest Harbor. So bear with me for just a few more seconds and we'll be there. But don't blink, because downtown Southwest Harbor is only 2 blocks long. It's a lot smaller town than Bar Harbor, but as you'll see, it is busy today as well. Okay, here we go, downtown Southwest Harbor. And there is actually parking available right on Main Street here. And the first restaurant there does not appear to be open today on Monday. there's quite a bit of parking available. When I went through earlier, it was parked up, but now it has emptied out, as you can see. So, but last year, a lot of the restaurants were closed, for example, on Monday and Tuesday, and because they were having staffing problems, and I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing is happening this year. We'll find out when we go through town and have a look at all of the restaurants. Look for that video in the coming week. And while I'm talking about that, if you want to get a notification of when that video is posted, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell. Now we're past downtown Southwest Harbor, and we're coming up to the spot where the road is right along the harbor. And right here on the left is the access to the Great Harbor Marina, where my boat Sequester is moored. And here's the upper deck restaurant, which, as you can see, is fairly busy right now. And that indicates that it is open. It's pretty much open 7 days a week. And they have live entertainment on weekends, in particular on Sunday afternoon. And this also is about a quarter mile of really bumpy road, which for some reason, a couple years ago when they repaved the roads here on this side of the island, they skipped that little bit, and it's really falling apart. Here's the harbor, and as you can see, visibility is not great out there. And we're gonna head out to Seawall on the way home. So I'll pick this up when we get out to the Acadia National Park strip at Seawall, out here past Southwest Harbor. Well, here we are at Seawall. Seawall Motel has no vacancy. And we're just about to enter Acadia National Park. Here is the boundary sign. And there we go, we're in the park. And there's the view of the ocean as we drive by. And believe it or not, there are people out here enjoying the view of the ocean, even though you can't really see it. 4 cars have parked here, and we'll go up and go into the picnic area and see if there are any picnickers having a slightly late lunch. It's 1 o'clock, and enjoying the view out over the Atlantic Ocean from the Seawall picnic area in Acadia National Park. Here we go. Here's the entrance to the picnic area, right across from the entrance to the Seawall campground. We'll go in. I do have my park pass out. It says park entrance pass required. And there's the ocean ahead. You can see it, a little of it anyway. And we'll go down and take a look out here. There's a lobster boat working in close to shore. And here we've got some people walking around and 3 cars. So it's there are people here even on a 57-degree day where it's rainy and foggy. Yeah, but none of them are at the picnic tables over here. Don't know why. There's that lobster boat again. He's working in really close. And we'll head on over to the main parking area where most of the picnic tables are here in the Seawall picnic area. The last time I was here, several of these picnic tables, this one in particular, were occupied, and there were quite a few cars parked down here. Doesn't look quite as crowded today, since Oh, one car down here in the parking area, and none of these picnic tables are occupied. I don't know why not. I mean, man, it's a beautiful day to sit up here with the breeze off the ocean. You can get a nice moist breath of ocean air as you look at the fog. So we'll continue over and have a look at the parking areas for the Wonderland and Ship Harbor trails. And then, if I'm feeling ambitious, I may even drive out to the Bass Harbor Lighthouse. See what it looks like when I get over there. So, come back when we get a little further over. Alright, this is the access to the Wonderland Trail. And you can see the fog here inland about half a mile from the water. And there are 4, 5, 6, and 14 cars. So there are people, die-hard tourists, who are going to walk out to the beach no matter what the weather is like. It is a little warmer here than it was at Seawall. It's 59 degrees. And we'll be at the Ship Harbor parking area in just a minute. A few people walking along as you get to see what a real Maine summer day is like. Not as many cars here. Only about 11, so 25 cars here. So if you want to walk these trails during a visit to Acadia, it's a good idea, if you don't mind a little fog and rain and cold, to do it on a cloudy, rainy day, because you will not have to deal with the really big crowds. Yesterday, when I came by, there were over 60 cars at those two trailheads. So less than half as many cars in one day. So we'll see about going down to the lighthouse and see what it looks like today. Here's the turn off the main road onto Lighthouse Road, which, not surprisingly, goes to the Bass Harbor Lighthouse. And the first quarter mile or so of the road is Town Road here in the town of Tremont in the village of Bass Harbor, and then then we will go back into Acadia National Park in just a little bit. Anyway, here we are entering Acadia National Park here on Lighthouse Road. There are a couple of vehicles behind me. I don't know if they're headed into the park or not. There's one coming out, so there ought to be space down here. This is a very narrow road, and the 15-mile-per-hour speed limit is definitely a good idea, particularly since there are a lot of people walking this road. And looks like the parking lot is pretty much full, because we're still about 70-80 yards from the parking lot, and as you can see, there are people waiting to get in as other people leave. So this is typical for the Bass Harbor Lighthouse pretty much all summer. Even on a chilly 59-degree, rainy, foggy day, you still have to wait to get into the lighthouse parking area. I'm just going to turn around as soon as I get down to the parking lot, because I don't really think that I want to take a spot down there. And one of the issues with coming down here is that you never know if this is the kind of situation you're going to experience. And as you can see, the road isn't really wide enough to turn around, so If you come down halfway down and find that the road, there's nobody going in and the cars are backed up, you're going to have to wait until you get all the way down there before you could turn around to leave. So you might as well go when you get down there. Oh, another car just turned in, so I expect somebody will be leaving in a moment. And I'd say they're probably about 8 cars ahead of me right now. This parking lot only has room for about 35 cars, so it fills up quickly, even on less than ideal days. This is the drive out of the lighthouse. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And 23, 24, 25, 26 cars waiting to get in to a parking lot that has room for 33 cars. So it's going to be a while before the last person in line gets in there. Okay, I think I'll end the video here. So I hope you enjoyed this quick look at a bit of Mount Desert Island here on the 13th of June 2022 on a rainy, foggy, cool early summer day. And we took a look at Bar Harbor, Somesville, Southwest Harbor, and the Acadia National Park strip here at the southern end of the island. So if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you'll get a notification when my next video is posted. Thanks for watching.